Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Shingeki no Kyojin / Attack on Titan episode 17 review. That is 1/7. So this week's episode of Shingeki no Kyojin. Wow. I mean, they are beyond the wall. Well, and when I say beyond the wall, I mean like they're in Wall Maria now. They are beyond Wall Rose. They're not in the outside world. They're not past Wall Maria, but they're in a Titan-infested area nonetheless. And basically, it's all about following Armin and what's going on with him right now, as he is the first of the main characters to encounter this new category of Titan known as the female Titan. Now remember, back a few episodes ago, we were notified that the Titans do not have a specific gender. I mean, there are some Titans with some female attributes like long flowing hair, those big specific anime bulgy eyes that female characters tend to have a lot. When it comes to the males, like they have the shorter hair, they have the more defined chest. Females sometimes have the ones that could be perceived as females sometimes have those defined chests too. But in this episode, we actually see distinct female characteristics. We actually see the titties. We actually see the curvature of the buttocks, and so on and so forth. So it's a distinct female Titan, and that's very unique because that was unheard of until today. So, and not only that, but this Titan, according to Armin, and by the way, no summary, according to Armin's own intellect, because Armin's actually a very smart individual, he's able to perceive, after Ness and Shiz were killed, that this Titan is intelligent, and it's probably a human inside a Titan, similar to Eren. And well, it's intelligent, such as the Armored class Titan and the Colossal class Titan, which he also perceives are intelligent, which is, I think, the general assumption that these ones are intelligent. And also how it probably is a human inside of a Titan, just like Eren. And how the target of this female Titan is in fact Eren. Because the trajectory of this Titan, after he meets up with Reiner and Jean, and they see the Titan running in a particular direction, the assumption is that Eren, he would be in the safest spot in the formation, in the half-circle formation. And that would be in the bottom center. That is the safest part. And this Titan is running towards that location. So the end goal, Armin, using his intellect, is able to deduce that this female Titan is intelligent and is probably a human inside of a Titan body. Furthermore, that this Titan is targeting Eren for a specific reason. Because when Armin was about to get squashed, or when he thought that he was about to get squashed, he looked up and there's a slow motion scene of the Titan lunging forward, and then he says, "What does she know? What do they want?" And when he says they, that's very specific. He's saying they, meaning as if there are other Titans just like her, which we do know, which again are the Colossal and the Armored Titan. Furthermore, this Titan knows the weaknesses of the Titans in general, which is the back of the neck, the nape. So, again, furthermore, emphasizing the intelligence of this Titan. So that's very scary. Why is that? Because, and Armin says it the best, this Titan is intelligent, which means that we are literally flies. We are literally vermin in comparison to this Titan. Because the Titans that we see normally are Titans that are relatively mindless. They just go for humans, and that's it. They eat humans without a single thought, or at least as far as they know, without a single thought in their minds. They just eat the humans, and that's it, end of story. However, there are the deviant class, or the abnormal class, which don't follow that regular trend of Titan. They still don't seem intelligent at all. But it's just that they are abnormal. They tend to do things that other Titans would normally not do. Like, for example, they wouldn't just target humans in front of them. They would bypass the first group of humans and go for the second or third larger groups of humans. Furthermore, the abnormal class, they do strange movements, which allow other combatants to perceive them as abnormal. However, in this case, this Titan, it knows the weaknesses. When Armin's actually speaking, the Titan stops. It's like, wait, what? So, not only is the Titan able to know the weakness of its own weakness, the back of the neck, not only is the female Titan targeting Eren, which is, again, at the center bottom of the semicircle, but also, it appears as if the Titan is able to perceive human speech. Because when Armin starts talking to Jean and Reiner about how this Titan just killed a friend of mine, like he took him out, he swung him and crushed him, and I want you guys to avenge him, the Titan stopped when she was about to kill Jean. So, it appears as if this Titan is able to perceive human speech. And that's, again, very horrifying, because on every level, it appears as if, like, it is equal to humans, and then it is naturally above humans because of its physical attributes. And because of its, and also because of the whole Titan scheme, how they don't need to survive by eating, but they can just simply use the sunlight and so on and so forth. So it's very, very, very scary how this Titan is able to perceive and just simply be naturally above humans in general. So that's why, and think about it, they're not in the outside world yet. They're in Titan-infested areas. But the main function that we see in this episode is that because of Armin's deductions, because we are able to now, because we now know that this Titan is probably a human inside a Titan body, then we can also assume that there are others who are similar to Eren and this Titan, where there are other humans that can be inside of, or that can become Titans. So, what's up with that? Why is it that a human, because remember, if Armin is right, this person is human. So why would a human kill other human? I mean, granted, she's not eating them, but she's killing them. And she is being perceived as an enemy because she is killing these humans. In fact, she was able to lead a small armada of Titans to the right side of the semicircle and wiped out the entire, wiped out most of the right wing. So, it's like, but why would a human do this? Look at its core. Why would a human do this? Why would a human lead these Titans to a whole platoon of Survey Corps members and wipe them out, for the most part? Because remember, when you think about it, when Eren goes Titan, the other Titans perceive Eren as they would perceive other humans. They would try and eat him. They would try and take him out. And this Titan, well, we don't know how this Titan led the other Titans. She could have been followed, and the other Titans like decided to just go after the right-wing humans. I mean, the humans on the right wing of the semicircle. It could have been more so that she actually conducted them, like like a conductor, and then she ordered them to go and attack these guys. We have no idea. All we know is that one of the guys who was about to die, he said that a female type Titan led these other Titans here. That's what he said. So we don't know how he did it specifically, how she did it specifically. But again, it's very intriguing because it's like it further showcases the intelligence level of this Titan. And aside from that, I mean, the animation. So when it comes, that was all story progression. When it comes to story progression, it's monumental. But not only that, but the action, I thought was very nice. I mean, very few scenes of action here, but still, it was very nice. When the Titan first kills Shiz and Ness, which was, because it was kind of cool how Shiz and Ness, they together teamed up, and they took out an abnormal class Titan. And then after that, in comes the female type, and then Shiz and Ness, they're about to engage. She starts hauling ass, like, yeah. And all of a sudden is right up to them. And they try and kick her out because they don't want the newbie, aka Armin, to go fight this abnormal type. And no, fuck that. She takes out Chase, just grabs him, and then crushes him. Then Ness grabs the rope and slams him down. But again, the key point is that this Titan did not eat Chase and Ness. It just continued to go towards the center bottom of the semicircle formation. So that's very important. Obviously, because that's going to lead to the further episodes in the series. Now, that was pretty good. When we see Gene actually very smooth when he does the 3D hooks and he attaches, the Titan first blocks it by spinning around her calf, and apparently it bounced off her flesh. So it appears as if the Titan has a culmination of like regular flesh and like this certain armor, almost like what the Armor Titan had. But the Armor Titan had like bigger, bigger sections of armor, hence the Armor Titan. But this one has smaller sections of armor, but and they're much more thinner, but still armor nonetheless. So basically, she has that, uses it to her advantage. She turns and blocks the hook. And then Gene, so Gene, he can't engage in combat at that point in time. And then she swipes her hand to remove the hoodie. So she sees that it's not the target. Then she goes after Armin, and then is like, "Horse, fuck you," and smacks the horse a ways away. And Armin, he roll, and then of course he gets that flying back. And then Reiner ducks underneath the flying horse. Then she looks at Armin, and then in comes Gene to try and save the day. Very smooth. I mean, like, he's doing like all this stuff with the hooks. He removes the hooks. He does the hooks again, and he's circling around. He's about to get caught, and then we have Armin say the speech, and then she flinches. But the thing about it was that Gene in that scene, he was mad smooth. He was like a babbling brook. He was very nice. And then in comes Reiner, direct, straightforward, gets caught, and then we see a squash. We see blood. We're assuming, okay, so Reiner's dead. It's like, what the fuck? No, Reiner! Like, get the fuck out of here! I ain't dead yet, bitch! No! So, and what's really important to know is that Gene says it. It's like, I forgot, because, I was always, near Mikasa, because she's the #1 student. But Reiner is insanely skilled. Reiner's #2, right? Yeah, I think Reiner's #2. I'm not too sure, but when it comes to the ranking, yeah, I think Reiner is #2, or maybe it was Annie. I don't know. Yeah, but I believe that Reiner is #2 when it comes to the list. Like, I think it was Mikasa, then it was Reiner, then it was Binolt. Then it was, wasn't Marco, but he died. Then it was Eren, who's #5. Then after Eren became Gene, then I forgot where it goes. Gene, Coney, and Sasha fit in there somewhere, right? I forget. But aside from that, oh yeah, there's another scene here where we have I guess Sasha Superior. She basically leads a Titan into a fucking tree. He's like fucking yeah, and then the Titan's like straight up tree. That was a nice scene right there. So the action overall was pretty damn good. I liked it a lot. When it came to the pacing, it was very nice. I mean, we have seen. Oh, also not only when it came to that, but the overall animation for the action was pretty damn good. The slow motion where we have the female Titan, she's in the air, lunging, foot forward, slow. Armin, he's like, fuck, what's happening? What's going on? Fuck me. We have the scene where we see them coordinate with the gas, with the flares, how they have a green flare, where we have Commander Irvin, he directs the actual circle, the semicircle. We have red flare for regular Titans. We have black flares for deviant class Titans. We have yellow flares for certain emergencies, and the entire right wing, all yellow. They're like, fuck, we're screwed. Go, we're screwed. We're fucked. So, basically, like, and the scenery as well. Overall, animation very nice. Pacing, also very nice. So, overall. Oh, and one last thing before I go, alright? Before I give it a rating. Ness in the episode, he states when he's talking, when he has an inner monologue, he's talking about how the 3D gear is very hard to use on a flat surface, because right now they're in like a semi-plane area, very little trees, but a semi-plane area, and it's very hard to use the 3D gear in these areas, and that makes perfect fucking sense. I didn't think about it, but I'm like, that makes perfect goddamn sense because you need the hooks in order to move around. And if there are no structures for you to hook onto, and fly around using the hook and the gas combinations, then it's very hard for you to maneuver when you're on a flat plane area. So case in point, if they do somehow retake Wall Maria, and if they do wind up going to other areas of the globe where there's like flat plane areas, like savannas or deserts, and there's Titans there, they're gonna have to find a new method of combat because they need the hooks, and the hooks need structures to grab onto, solid, sturdy structures. So I mean, in forests, that's pretty convenient to have those 3D gears. But again, in deserts, in savannas, no, it's very hard. Yeah, it's especially in the desert, it's very hard. So that could be very important later on. But I'll leave it at that. So the rating overall of this episode, when it comes to, again, progression of story, very good. When it comes to animation, very good. Action, there's a lot of action, but also there's a lot of important exposition in the episode as well. Pacing also pretty damn good. So overall, I'm gonna give it. I thought it was a great episode. I thought it was a great episode. Very important to the overall story. Very nice to watch. I rewatched it like 3 times over. It was very damn good. So my overall rating is gonna be great. So this is King Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace and have a nice day.